We need to get education back to where it belongs. That bill was introduced by a very young man, new Ronnie Chance, and he was being promoted by the government of this fantastic bill that's going to save our schools, and it's done just the opposite. The latest thing in education is what I think everybody's here for, and that's what happened this spring. My opponent, tried 3 times to attempt Senate Bill 458 to get the Clayton County school kids, a failed school system for the first time since 1967. We have a school failure. It's right here in our backyard. Ronnie's fix was to give vouchers from a public school system to come into the Fayette County school system. How many were one of the 7,000 people that called the state assembly, the governor's office, and complained about what are you thinking? Folks, yeah, there you go. I was one of those people, and that's why I'm running. That's why I'm here today. Obviously, there's something not going on at the level that the misrepresentation that we're having at the state level when it comes to our children's education is appalling. My opponent looks at education as a cost. Folks, I look at education to our kids as an investment. That's the difference. Okay? So those 2 major issues is what I'm very concerned about, and that's the reason why I'm running for state senator. Now, another point, we're supposed to attract business here, right, Governor? We want to invite, we want to have all this growth. It's all about the economy. We want our home values to go up. In the airline business, and I know Jay and Richard talked about this with us, how many of our colleagues find families that refuse to move to Atlanta? There's 1,800 families in Dallas when the base closed that refuse to move to Atlanta. You know why? Because they're afraid to put their kids in the public school system. You heard that. There's other people. How are we going to grow and expand our economy when we have fine families refusing to move to Georgia because they're worried about the public school system? So how are we going to attract an educated workforce, big business, small businesses, expand and grow and increase our home values if people are afraid to send their kids to a public school system? So folks, it all comes around to education. If you take it up and down the ladder, you want to expand the tax base, you have to expand the economy. It all works together. So folks, if I step down to the next level and we talk about term limits, don't you think term limits will clean up a lot of problems? And I'll tell you why. I'm going to step back to Ronnie Chance. Does anybody know what Ronnie Chance does for a living? I'm looking at his brochure. He has a very nice brochure here. And he says that he's a small business owner. He understands what business is all about. But does anybody ask what his business is? Ronnie, what do you do? I've been researching. Folks, you all know I work at Delta Airlines, a 20-year employee. You all know that I build log cabins. I'm a log builder dealer. And my wife and I own and manage a horse farm. I'm proud of what we do, and just like everybody else in this room. But why isn't this young man here, Ronnie Chance, why doesn't he say what he does for a living? Some people are laughing. You might know the answer. Okay? Then, if you do a little bit more research, folks, he says he works in public relations. Well, what firm? What company? Public relations, small businessman. He won't say what he does for a living. You know anything else about Ronnie Chance that's kind of smart? He doesn't want people to know what he does. I would invite and ask everybody in our 5 districts to ask Ronnie Chance, Ronnie, what do you really do for a living? Any guesses? Any idea? I don't know. Yeah? Well, before I even mention what he does, how do you people, Governor Roy Barnes mentioned, how do you feel about lobbyists? How do you feel about people? How would you feel if you have a lobbyist who's representing you right now? Ask Ronnie Chance, does he represent the people of our 5 counties, or does he represent the special interest group? Now, I'm going to ask you, when you go back home, get in front of the computer, I want you to pull up followthemoney.com. that's just from the spring quarter. It kind of shows where Ronnie's money's coming from. It's amazing what he's involved with. It's amazing what he's dealing with and who he represents. And the interesting thing, if you look at all the money and all the funds, and really true, you'll see that I don't think Ronnie Chance represents the people of Fayette County or Spalding County or Pike County. Ronnie Chance represents himself and I like that NASCAR assembly. And the people that are paying him the funds. So the question you want to ask, in fact, if you send an email to the Citizen and other newspapers and say, hey, what does Ronnie Chance really do for a living? I want to hear what Ronnie Chance says. Because I don't think he's going to represent us here in Fayette County. He ran unopposed the first 2 times. I couldn't take it anymore. I told Dave, I'm driving down to the state capitol to sign up because I can do something about this. You want integrity, you want honesty, you want someone who's been, I feel, very successful in all 3 positions. I have a cell phone that you